we go, everybody. Hello and welcome to the show. I hope you're all good, everybody. Today we are making wildflower seed balls, so please stick with us and enjoy the show. I'm going to do this. I'm going to say this, right? You can comment throughout the show and get your questions, answered at any point. So if you're thinking, ladies and gentlemen, about getting the kids out in the garden. Actually, where's my kid? Here she is. Olive's here, everybody. Say hello, Olive. Olive, you coming to say hello? Come on in, mate. Come. Oh, she's coming over. I'm going to just bring the camera up so don't chop my head off, Olive. Say hello to everyone, Oz.
Dad, I can't see everybody.
Well,
Let's turn that way.
No, we're going to turn it this way.
Why?
Look, you can see everyone here. Come and sit down. Say hello to everyone. You can get involved. Ask your questions. Today it is a Monday. Hello, Olive. Last week we had over 200,000, Olive. Over 200,000 people tuned in last week. Over 200,000. Isn't that amazing?
Daddy.
What's up, mate? Go on, tell me what's going on. What's the problem?
I just want it to be a normal day today.
What's up? It is a normal day, isn't it? You don't think so? You want it to still be the weekend, didn't you? Do you still want it to be the weekend? Now you can see yourself. Do you feel a lot better?
No.
No? You can ask your questions, everyone, throughout this stream. Say hello, Oz. Look, everyone's there. Yeah, now you can see yourself. Do you feel better? You don't feel better.
I can't see it.
There you are, there, look. Say hello. Got all these people watching. Say hello to them. You can ask your questions. If you've got any kids gardening questions that you want to get to us, then put them in the comments. Get involved today. And we are going to make my favourite thing ever. Now, you know what this is,
Dad,
Olive.
why don't you copy and do the same thing
Do what?
on there?
No, we can't. I'll explain how this works later on. We're going to make my favourite gardening make ever. Okay, we did talk about this last week. We talked about loads of things. We talked about grow your own. There were some fun ideas. There was also some wildlife ideas. We've had the hedgehogs in, haven't we, Olive? In the past weekend. What's been happening? Tell everyone.
They've been pooing in our garden.
Which can be seen as a bad thing, can't it? It's not great that they're pooing everywhere. But we have attracted them to the garden, which is a great thing. So you sort of have to put up with that sort of thing.
No.
Jacob's watching. Say hello to Jacob. Hey, Jacob. Today we are going to be making my best make ever, wildflower seed balls. Now you may have seen it. It's in the book. Where's the book, Olive? Ding! Whoa, where are you going? We made wildflower seed balls. Olive, did we make wildflower seed balls? We didn't make them.
No.
Yeah, we did. Look, where are they? Hang on. Let me try and find it. Where's the... Here we go, look. So Olive made wildflower seed balls. Got her hands really, really messy. And we're going to do that today, aren't we, Olive?
I don't want to get my hands really messy.
You don't want to? Well, I'll do it for you. I'll get my hands messy. So we are going to need...
I want to get my hands messy tomorrow.
Oh, okay. You can wait till tomorrow. We are going to need a few different bits. Now, if you haven't got these bits... Don't worry. At the moment, there's a few seed companies that aren't sending out... Hang on. Ask. There's a few seed companies that aren't sending stuff out at the moment. So which means, everybody, you need to ask around your neighbours. If you've got, I say this every single day, if you've got gardeners along your neighbours, if there's a neighbour that's a gardener, they're bound to have some seeds, and hopefully they'll have some wildflower seeds. Now these are our wildflower seeds, Olive. Now do you know why we've done...
bound to have some seeds.
Well, someone along, if you're a gardener, you've always got loads and loads of seeds.
Yes, so you don't ask them.
No, so if you ask them, someone might have some wildflower seeds, which would be good, wouldn't it? So why, Olive? Tell me why we sow wildflowers. What do they attract to the garden, do you know?
Bees and
Bees?
butterflies.
Bees and butterflies. And why are bees important in the garden?
To get the pollen.
Get the pollination. So if you're growing veg, if you fly back to last week's live where we talked about sowing seeds, if you're growing veg, then you want to get the bees in. You want to attract them to the garden. Yeah, mate? You're not very talkative today. All right, you can just be my little helper. You be Debbie McGee. Stuart Jackson. Oh, it's a long story. Hi, Olive and Lee from Mr. Jackson. Mr. Jackson says hello. The hedgehogs will eat the slugs, which is great. And Richard's watching as well. Say hello to Richard.
Hello.
No hello today. All right, okay. So, we're going to need wildflower seeds. Ask around and see if your neighbours have got any. Next, you're going to need... Hello, Knowles. You're going to need some compost. So, a little bit of compost. You what?
I want to put that on there.
Yeah, we're going to. A little bit of compost. Again, if you've not got none, ask around the neighbours. Even if you want, get a little bit of soil from the back garden. It all helps. It all works. So, a little bit of compost. Then, we're going to open them in a second, Olive. Then, now these are a few things that you don't necessarily need. You could... Hang on, darling. Darling, just wait a second. Look, I'll open them. Oh, we go, look. All right. So you don't necessarily need these next two things, but you could use them. They do help. So what we need is, if you've got in the cupboard, some red chili powder.
Put it like...
No, we're going to do it in a sec. We're going to show everyone how to do it. So some red chili powder. You might have it in the cupboard.
This is what it looks like.
They're the wildflower seeds. Good job. Show them. And then a little bit of red clay. So we've got this red clay. We've got it off the internet.
That's red clay too.
That's chili powder.
Oh.
That one. So a little bit of chili powder and a little bit of red clay. Not necessary. You don't have to have them. Do you, Olive? But they do help, and we'll explain why. Now, yeah, mate?
I like feeling these.
You like feeding the wildflower seeds, yeah?
Yeah.
Now, we are going to use an empty butter tub today, Olive. Don't waste all the wildflower. We'll get wildflowers all over the decking. We're going to use one of these to mix it up because we're reusing stuff, we're recycling stuff. So everything we're doing this week, we're not making too much of a mess. Well, we are making a mess in this one, but we're reusing stuff so we don't have to get like plates and bowls messy. Okay. So first thing we're going to do, Olive, is we're going to chuck a handful. Can you put that in? A handful. Put the seeds back. Put the seeds back in. Oh, don't matter. Put them back in for now. Put them back in. Don't worry about them ones.
No, I don't put it.
So we're going to chuck a handful. Oh, it's raining a little bit, Ols.
Yeah.
A handful of compost into the butter tub. Can you do that for me, Olive?
Maybe we should have done it inside.
Yeah, this is a great one. That's a really good point, Olive. This is a great one because over the weekend we've not had amazing weather, have we?
I might have got my hands dirty.
Oh, you might get your hands dirty. We'll do them in a bit. We'll do it in a sec. So, actually, roll your sleeves up for me.
I can't.
We've not had... Oh,
That's it.
okay. We've not had amazing... You right?
That's it.
Right, we've not had amazing weather over the weekend, have we? So this is a great one that you can do inside. Actually, one of the things I'd say before we do start, Olive...
Did that butter, or did we eat that?
Yeah, we use this butter. One of the things I would say is, look, put some cardboard down or some paper because it's going to make a bit of a mess. If you're doing this outside or inside, put some paper down. Holes. Not the wildflowers yet. Put them back. Put some paper down. Protect the table. Right, so first thing we need is a handful of compost. Chuck it in there, mate. Remember, you guys can get involved. I'd love you.
Oh.
Handful of compost. Get it in there.
Compost.
There we go. And another one. And another one. Go on. That will do it. Is that enough? And another one. Go on. And then go on. One more.
We have to make it.
Let's make some big balls today. One more.
No.
One. Oh, get rid of the rubbish. Yep. One more. Little handful. One little handful. You've got quite a lot in there already. That's quite a big handful. Okay, great.
One more.
No more. Because you don't want. No, you don't. Because you've got loads of stuff to put in it yet. So we've maybe got a little bit too much compost in there. Great timing. Thank you very much. Whoever's doing some DIY. But we might have a little bit too much compost in there. But you want about two to three little handfuls in there. Then, Olive, wait for the wildflowers, mate. So the compost is going to help get those seeds started. Hey?
Spider.
Don't worry about the spider. Compost is going to help get those seeds started. Then we're going to need some wildflowers. So a little handful of wildflowers in there, Olive.
Not yet.
And like we said, these wildflowers...
Not yet.
Not yet?
No, don't put it in yet.
Olive's going to do it in slow motion. These wildflowers are going to attract bees and butterflies to the garden. That's exactly what we want to happen to help pollinate our plants. So if you're doing grow your own, like last week we were talking about, then this is going to help attract those bees into the garden. We also did last week, didn't we? I saw some great pictures, and I love seeing your pictures from these lives. So thanks so much to everyone that's sending their pictures. We saw some bird feeders, well done. I also saw some butterfly feeders, which was wicked. The cartons, the wall planters, saw some great ones of them.
Aria said when I rang her, she already done a bird nest.
She'd done a bird feeder.
She showed me.
Oh, wicked. What did it look like? Did it look good?
No, she didn't show me. She just told me. She didn't do it. She just told me.
Oh, she told you about it.
Is Aria here today?
Is Aria here today? She's not said hello yet, so she might turn up. If you're a friend or a fan of Olive, say hello on the group. Yes, Olive?
There's only 2 people.
There's a few people. You could do this with
Only
grass
2
seed and
people
make
who I know.
it a game. Who can hit the target? Child labour to sow your new lawn.
Dad, there's some in here I put in.
No, in this one, mate. You put them in the wrong one.
Oh,
A handful in this one.
okay.
Actually, do you know what, Stuart? That's a really great idea. You could also
I'm gonna
do.
put it in now.
You could also do this
Daddy,
with. Yeah.
I'm gonna put it
There, crikey, that's a lot. Okay,
now.
that's enough. Whoa, you don't want too much. You don't want too much, Oles.
Let me just
That's a
put it
massive handful. Whoa. That's it. That's done.
in. So let's just put this.
It's not always going to work, this guys. If you put too many wildflower seeds in, the wildflower seed ball will be 2 packs of the seeds, and it's not going to give enough room for the flowers to grow. So just one little handful of wildflowers in there.
Okay, let me just do a
No
little
more,
now.
no more. No, you're done. Right, that's a sprinkle. Okay, thank you.
Take me over, Sprinkle.
Right, and then mix it up, Olive. Get your hand in there. Give it a really good mix.
You're not allowed to see it.
Yeah, we can show them afterwards. We want them wildflowers to be really well mixed in to the soil. Keep mixing, mate. Keep mixing. So yeah, like I was saying, we've had loads of pictures over the last week or so from people that have created stuff. So thank you so much to everyone that sent their photos in. Thanks so much to everyone that shared the videos. Do you want me to show you after the show?
Yeah.
There's some great pictures of people decorating their butterfly fizzy pop. We had a few people making that,
Yeah.
which was brilliant. Well done to everyone.
Aria
Attract the
do
butterflies. I've seen loads of butterflies. Have you seen any butterflies recently?
Yeah.
I've been out in the garden constantly for the last week or so.
I've seen loads.
Seen so many.
I've seen loads.
Aria's here. Oh, what? Aria is still in bed. Still in bed. It's 10. It's 10:15, Olive. She's still in bed. But Kobe is watching. So do you want to say hello to Kobe?
Yeah. Kobe,
Hey,
hello.
Kobe.
Kobe can ring up.
Can I
Kobe
be...
can still ring up.
Kobe, no, we're not doing calling today, Oz.
Why?
We're just not doing it today.
Why?
We've changed the system. But you can ask questions on here. Is that right? No more wildflower seeds, mate.
Why?
Because we've got enough. Right.
Why?
Next thing we need to mix into here. Now, this is really important. So, we've got the wildflowers that are going to pop up out of the soil. We've got the compost that's going to get those seeds started. Oh! Hang on a second, everybody. What's going on here? Can you believe it?
Who was it?
Can you believe who called in, Olive?
I don't know.
Can you believe who that was?
No.
Hang on a second, let me just check we're still live. Hang on a second. Are we still live? I don't believe it. Are we still live? Hang on a second. I think something's not going right here.
Who
We're
rang
still
up?
live, apparently. We're still live. Do you know who that was?
No.
That was Nanny Donna.
Oh,
Can you believe it? You'd think you should be watching the show, wouldn't you?
yeah.
Unbelievable. Right,
Let's ring them again.
we'll ring her afterwards. We're very busy at the moment, aren't we? So, what we need to do next. Now, this is really important. What you don't need to do.
Unfinished.
Oh, well
Look.
done. Is we need. Where's the chili powder, Olive? Oh, here it is. So, kids, when you put the chili powder in, what do we not do, Olive?
In your mouth?
Put it in your mouth, but also we don't touch our eyes. That's really important. All right. So we put a sprinkle, just a little sprinkle.
I might do a sprinkle.
Yeah, careful, really careful.
I'm gonna hold it in my hands.
Yeah, we're gonna mix it in. Stop! Whoa! Oh, no, Olive, no. So what we don't want is that much chili powder. That's too much. All right, this is gonna be spicy. This is gonna be spicy. So mix it in now. So mix. Oh, I know. Mix in that chili powder. Get it all in there. Now the great thing, the reason we're putting chili powder in, is because it's gonna stop. What's it gonna stop, Olive? Do you know?
No.
It's going to stop any birds or any...
Daddy, you're only allowed to use it.
Okay. Any birds or any bugs from coming along and stealing our sea balls. Because we don't want that, do we, Olive? So mix it in there. Get it.
We might need a little bit more.
No, we definitely don't need any more chili powder. That is enough. So no more chili powder in there. Keep mixing. Yeah, all just mixes into the soil. Keep mixing it in. Right, great stuff. Now, the next thing we're going to do, is we're going to need a little bit of red clay.
Okay, now I'm going to put it in.
No, wait. No, I'm going to put this in because this is really messy.
Oh, but can I put it on my hand?
Yeah, because you're going to mix it in, buddy. So you only need a real, not like a chili powder, guys, not like a chili powder, a real nice little sprinkle. That's enough, just about enough. Now, before you do that, let me just give a warning, right? So, the chili powder we've got in there, we've got the compost, we've got the wildflowers. Now we've put the red clay in, this is the messy part. So if you've got any clothes that you don't want to get stained, because it can be difficult to get red clay out, then make sure you're not wearing any nice clothes, okay? So be really careful. Let's just roll your sleeves up. You're only using one hand today, are you?
Yes.
Let's roll this sleeve up, see if we can...
That's only got mud on the side.
You've got your... Right, there we go, right. Now be really nice and careful. We don't want to spill it everywhere. Yeah, it's going to get messy. Then the red clay, that's going to hold the balls together.
We're ring Nanny Donna after we've done all of it.
Oh yeah, don't worry about Nanny Donna. Okay, apparently you were pulling faces a minute ago.
This.
Auntie Michelle says you were pulling faces.
This. What am I doing?
What are you doing?
This. I want pulling faces.
Emily, thanks so much for sharing.
I want pulling faces.
Oh, she weren't pulling faces, Auntie Michelle. She wasn't. Everyone's watching on a Monday morning, apart from Nanny Donna.
No, Nanny Donna rang up, so that probably means
Do you think she was trying to ring the show?
Yeah.
Emily, thank you so much for sharing the link. Emily's watching. Say hello to Emmy.
Who, Emmy?
Sally's watching. She
Who's
said hello.
Sally?
Hello, Sally.
There was somebody called Sally on Joe Wick.
Lillian's watching.
Lillian, yep. Is
She's
Lillian, I think she's from my school.
Aria has just got up.
Yep. I think Lillian's from my school.
And Kirsty and the girls are watching too. Loads of people watching this morning. Yeah?
Dad, I think Lillian's from my school.
I'm not sure if the same Lillian. There might be a few more Lillians out there. I have clay soil, so I can use that instead of red clay. Yeah, good points to it. So if you've got really clayey soil, you can just use the soil outside. That's the thing. You don't necessarily need compost. It just does help a little bit. Right, so show everyone your hand, Olive. So
no, they're not finished.
Oh, she's not finished mixing. So give it a real good mix. Mix it right up. And don't forget, if you've got any questions, everyone, get your questions in. Great. You mixed it enough, Howard? One more mix. There we go. Right, let me show everybody. Right. That is so spicy. Just a load of chilli went up my nose there. Don't put that near your face, that ant. Just a little bit of chilli, alright? Can you smell that? No, look. Oh no, you better not, because you'll don't smell your hands.
I didn't
It's
know.
so right. That's why we only put a little bit of chili powder in there, okay? Just a little bit. But we've got chili powder, red
I
clay,
didn't smell that.
compost, and the wildflower seeds. Now, calm. If you think that was messy, then the next bit is even more messy. Now, we need to add the water, okay? Olive, you've done this so many times, you could probably take this class. We need to add the water. Now, you can add water, but you can't take away water. So you need to go really sparingly. Me and Dale did this on Alan Titchmarsh's show many years ago. Me and Dale did. Do you know Alan Titchmarsh? Oh.
I'm doing funny things.
He's a national treasure.
Who?
Alan Titchmarsh.
Who?
Alan Titchmarsh. Famous for Alan Titchmarsh show. Do you know him?
No.
Okay. You can add water, but you can't take away. So me and Dale did this on his show. We put too much water in, and it never recovered. But it's TV. We made it work. So we need to. Oh, what's going on? Oh my gosh, we've got an actual chainsaw going on now. Unbelievable scenes. But why not? Perfect. What a Monday morning. What a great start. What are they doing, Olive? What is happening over there? I think they're cutting down a tree, so that'll be great for sound. You alright, Olive?
I think they're going to cut it down.
I think they're going to cut it down, which would be great. Right, so we need a little bit of water. Now I'm going to add the water, Olive. What?
That is not.
No, tell me about it. That is not great. Is that a fly mode chainsaw? Right, I'm going to... Right, you add the water.
Put some in my hand.
Right, there's the...
Okay, thank you.
Now I'm going to add the water,
No,
and you're going to mix it in. Mix it in, Olive. So we can add water, but we can't take away, alright? So you can do a live show, but you can't promise that someone ain't going to start a chainsaw in the background. Right, so that's it, Olive. So your hand's going to get really messy. You've got to mix it all in there.
Oh, yeah, won't be doing it.
Oh, you might do this.
But she knows they're crying.
Right, so mix it in, Olive. Yeah, there you go. Mix it in, mix it. No worries.
So just put some in.
Mix it in, mix it, mix it, mix it. Mix it in.
No, I'm just washing my hands. Okay,
Olive will mix it in a second. So you need to mix it in. What we're going to create is a great big ball.
What are they doing?
I don't know. Like a great...
Finish!
Right, keep mixing it. Like a cricket ball. Keep mixing it in. Do you want me to help?
Can I do some with my hands?
Yeah, there you go. Here we go. Tree's coming down. Right, mix it in. Mix it in. We had a great week last week, didn't we? No chainsawing going on. Right, mix it.
We might have to stop.
Mix it. We're almost there. We're only doing a half-hour show today, luckily, so we've got 7 minutes left. Oh no, it's going everywhere, Olive. What a day.
Bye.
Right, so we're mixing this in. Right, you go over there, Olive. You go over there. And we're going to mix this together. I hope you can still hear me. This is live. We're going to mix this together. And what we're going to create... Olive, can I have a little bit more water, mate? No, whoa! Come over here, Olive. Olive, come over here. Come here. Come here. I need some water, mate. Olive, chuck me some water in there. Can you chuck me some water in there, Olive, please? Wow, this... Olive! Squirting me. She'll be a mendable life, won't it? So mix it in. Great seeing people in the gardens. Isn't it good? Isn't it good? Shout over to me. Excuse me. I'm doing a live show, you know. They've just had a whole tree down. Whole tree just gone. Right, hopefully you can still hear me. You need to turn it into basically like a tennis ball size. You can also turn them into smaller seed balls. You can turn them into smaller seed balls, but you need a little bit more water. So, a little bit more water in there. You'll have a little bit more time. This is going to take a little bit of time over this. Here we go. Squeeze the water out. It's a bit crumbly, this one. So if it's a bit crumbly, you can add a little bit more compost. You can add a little bit more clay. Don't add any more chili powder to what I've just added there. And what you create is like a tennis ball size. So that's a massive seed ball. But you can also create even smaller ones. So if you just take a little bit and mash it together, you can create little small sea balls, a little bit like that. I don't know if you can see that on the screen. And then what you do is you leave them on the windowsill to dry out. And if you're doing this inside on a rainy day, what you can then do is then when it's a bit more sunny, weather's a little bit nicer, someone's cutting a tree down next door to you, you can find an area in the garden that you want to throw these sea balls on. If you give it a little bit of a weed in the soil, give it a little tiny bit of a weed. Oh yeah. Throw the balls on, then all you have to do is nothing. You don't even have to touch it. You just let the sun and the rain do all of the work, and slowly them sea balls will disperse, is that the right word? Disperse into the soil, disappear. All the trees are coming down. We're creating nature. They're taking it down. Welcome to Skinny Jeans Show. Give it a little bit of a weed, chuck the balls on there, and then what will happen, the rain will do all of the work, and the seeds and the soil will slowly go into the soil, and then literally you just have to let the wildflowers do their thing. You don't have to water them, you just let the weather do all of the work. It's that easy. Let me have a look and see if anyone can still hear me. What is happening on the thing? Sort them out with a fly mode. Unbelievable, isn't it? Unbelievable. No respect, says Marcus. No respect. Skinny Jean Gardener, mate. Unbelievable. So, that's a great one to get wildlife into the garden. Really simple, really easy. Olive's washed your hands. Well done, Olive. But it is a messy one. It's a great one to do during... Yes, mate. Okay. It had all of the... it was all going to be great, weren't it, this show? You're going to ask them to... Yeah, go on, go. Shush. I had everything was going to be good for this show. I was pumped for the Monday show. And then someone had to get a chainsaw, didn't they? Had to. Really great one. If the weather's bad this week, that you can create. You don't need all these pieces. You can just do it with compost and wildflower seeds. But it just creates a colourful area in the garden. It's that simple. I think we've almost got through this show. I'm only doing half hours this week, but on Friday, chainsaw, as long as the chainsaw thing doesn't happen again, on Friday we're going to do an hour-long special with Go Find It once again, because that went down really well last Friday. So a bit of fun on Friday with Go Find It. So please make sure you check that out. Olive's shushing them now. Olive's actually shushing them. Out of control. If your dogs are barking, people are shouting, chainsaws are going, if you want to find out more, then please check out skinnyjeangardener.co.uk/kids. There's loads on there now about what I'm doing, but also about what other people are doing as well. So if you want to find out more this week about how to get kids into the garden, you right? Yes. Then that is what you need to do. Olive, do you want to say bye?
Okay, bye.
Bye, and I'll see you tomorrow. For sure. For another live show. Thanks so much, everybody.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Oh dear.